Hey, everybody. I wanted to talk a little bit uh, about hypermobility and traumatic brain injuries. So, hypermobility, you might have heard of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS. Hypermobility has several genetic mutations. Um, and, you find out through getting genetic testing which mutation that you have, variant that you have. But they can test you for generalized hypermobility no matter what. Hypermobility is a condition that means all of your connective tissues are some amount of overly flexible. So people can do weird things like bend their fingers back. Yeah, I can't show you and hold the phone at the same time. So elbows go backwards, knees go backwards, wrists overextend. All kinds of things can be tested. We tend to be more flexible in just about every way. But being hypermobile doesn't just mean your joints, it literally means every cell in your body. So organs can move or can stretch. It can cause all kinds of internal challenges. One of the things that we are learning about hypermobility and brain injury is that when your body's not able to hold itself together the way it should, you're much more prone to a brain injury. For autistic people who melt down and maybe hit themselves in the head or have big outward expressions of meltdown, they may be jostling their brain around. It's possible that hypermobile autistic people who have meltdowns have given themselves a number of minor or even major concussions throughout their lifetime without realizing it. One of the things that happened to me when I got hit by the car, we think I might have gotten hit in the head because I had a barrette in the back of my head that was broken. But there wasn't really any bump. It didn't really hurt. So it doesn't seem like I got hit hard in the back of the head, but I got hit by the car. So my head went forward. I got thrown backwards and hit the ground. So head went down, and then I bounced and flipped over. Right? So my brain wasn't staying still like it should. For a person who's not hypermobile, their brain should have stayed still within their skull. Or if it's bouncing around, it's not bouncing around hard. For a hypermobile person like I am, those bounces and hits meant my brain was hitting hard off my skull. And that's what caused such a significant brain injury. So it's really important to know if you're hypermobile, if you can do, weird stuff with your joints and your fingers. If you've always been a little flexible, if your knees, your elbows go backwards, if you can put your thumb down to your wrist, hold your thumb and pull it down to your wrist without very much pain. All those things are indications that you might be hypermobile. So look for somebody in your area, a doctor in your area that understands hypermobility and can run you through the tests to see if you're hypermobile. There's a lot of medical stuff that comes along with hypermobility. We're more prone to having joint problems. We can injure ourselves just stepping across the floor. We can have tendonitis a lot more frequently and persistently. Lots of things. So it's important to know if you are hypermobile. And if you are hypermobile and you do have autistic meltdowns where maybe you hit yourself in the head or you your body moves really significantly when you have a meltdown, consider the possibility that you might be injuring your brain. Meltdowns are kind of part of the autistic life. There are a lot of things we can do for our mental health to try to avoid them or mitigate them as much as possible. But every once in a while, we're probably we're gonna have a meltdown. Um, so it's really important that you understand what's happening to your brain and to your body if you're having that meltdown, and maybe implement some other tactics for your meltdown, so that you're not injuring yourself, if at all possible. Um, anyway, yeah, hypermobility, traumatic brain injury, it's all kind of linked in together. So thanks for listening.